It's football season, y'all, so let's cook up some delicious game day dishes. These dishes are easy and can be made for gatherings, dinners, lunches, or any time of the year, so let's get right to the recipes. First up, we are making some delicious stuffed mini peppers. Now these are so easy and they're absolutely delicious, perfect for any gatherings, game day especially. So this is what you're gonna need. You're gonna need some peppers. Now I've got some mini peppers here. Now you can also use jalapenos if you want more of a spicy bite. So I've just got these rinsed off and cleaned up, and they're sitting here ready to go. I've got some cheese. Now we're not going to use all of this cheese for this recipe. This is enough cheese for my next recipe as well. I've got some Worcestershire sauce, some hot sauce, some salsa. Now you can use whatever kind of salsa is your favorite. This is the fresh salsa. I just picked this up at Walmart near the deli section, and this is so good. But you can use the store-bought jarred salsa if that's what you like and prefer. Either one will do fine. I've got some salt and pepper, some cream cheese. Now we're not going to use all of this cream cheese for this recipe. This is enough for both of the recipes that I'm making today. And I've got some olive oil spray and some parsley flakes. So let's get this all set up and I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, we're going to start off by preheating our broiler on the oven to high, and while that's preheating, you're going to go ahead and line a sheet tray with some parchment and spray some oil spray over your peppers and kind of evenly coat those. So now that my oven is preheated, I'm going to pop these in the broiler for just about 3 to 4 minutes, just until they're lightly charred. I'm going to flip them over and char them on the other side for another 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'll meet you back here and we'll get these all stuffed. Okay guys, so here are my peppers. They smell absolutely delicious. I love roasted peppers. They're just so good. I broiled these for 3 minutes on one side, flipped them over, broiled them for another 3 minutes, and then I just took them out. I broiled them on high, and then now I'm just going to let these sit here and cool down because they're very hot and I can't handle them right now. In the meantime, I'm going to make the stuffing mixture to go inside these delicious little peppers. Alright, so now I'm just going to mix everything else in my little bowl here. I drained my salsa. You don't want the extra liquid in here, because if you leave the extra liquid in here, it's going to be way too watery and it's not going to be put into the peppers the right way, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix my Worcestershire sauce, hot sauce, seasonings, salsa, cheese, and my cream cheese in my little bowl here and mix it up until it's completely smooth. Make sure your cream cheese is at room temperature, because if it's not, you're going to have such an awesome time mixing this together. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this together, and then I'll meet you back here, and then we will clean out our peppers and get them ready to have this delicious filling. So my peppers have cooled down, and all I did was just cut them in half, and I seeded them and removed the stems. All I'm going to do now is fill them up with my stuffing mixture here, and then I'll show you what they look like when I get them all stuffed. I've got my oven preheating to 425 degrees. After I get these all filled up, we will pop these in the ovens, but I will show you what they look like before I put them in the oven. Okay, so I've got all of my peppers here, and they're all stuffed. They don't have to be perfect because they're going to melt down. I'm going to go ahead and put these in the oven at 425 degrees, and you want to cook these until the cheese is nice and melty and golden brown on top, about 10 to 15 minutes depending on your oven. It might take a little bit less, it might take a little bit longer. Just keep an eye on it. Check it around the 10-minute mark and you should be good to go. So I'm going to pop these in the oven, and then I'll show you what they look like when they come out. Alright guys, so here is what these delicious peppers look like when they come out of the oven. I just took them out. This one kind of rolled over a little bit, so I'm going to scoot that dip right back in there. But these I'm going to let sit and cool off. In the meantime, we are going to make our next recipe. Alright, for this next recipe, we're making an oldie but a goodie. It's absolutely delicious. This is bacon and onion pinwheels. So easy, and they're perfect for game days, get-togethers, side dishes, whatever the case may be. They're absolutely delicious. So I've got some bacon here that I've just cooked up. Now, if you don't want to cook up your own bacon, you can certainly use bacon bits. That's fine. I've got some onion here that I'm going to finely mince, some crescent rolls, butter, parsley, salt and pepper, and that is it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and chop up my onions, and I'm going to add my bacon, onions, butter, and my seasoning to a bowl and get that all mixed together, and then I'll meet you right back here. Alright, so I've got my oven preheating to 375 degrees. I've got a small sheet tray lined with parchment ready to go. I opened up the crescent rolls and I separated them into 4 pieces, and then I kind of just pinched the seams together. I've got my bacon and onion mixture here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and spread it evenly all over the crescent rolls, and then starting from the short end, I'm going to roll it up, and then I'm going to cut these into pinwheels. I should be able to get 3 to 4 pinwheels out of each section. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I will show you what they look like before we put them in the oven. Okay, so here are my pinwheels before they go in the oven. They were super easy to cut. I just cut them each section in half and then cut that section in half to make 4 slices. So I'm just going to pop these in my oven at 375 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes, just until they are completely cooked through and nice and golden brown. And I will show you what they look like when they're done. And y'all, my house smells so good already. Here are the bacon and onion pinwheels. They look so good and they smell even better. I just brushed the tops with a little bit of butter. So I'm just going to let these sit here and hang out. In the meantime, we're going to make our cheeseburger sliders. Okay, so for our cheeseburger sliders, this is everything you're going to need. I've got some salt and pepper back here, some onion, Worcestershire sauce, some Montreal steak seasoning. I've got some garlic powder, onion powder, some sesame seeds, some ketchup, mustard, cheese, cream cheese, butter, your slider buns. I've got some pickles and some ground beef. Okay, so my oven is preheating to 350 degrees. I've got a sheet tray over here lined with some parchment paper. You can also do a baking dish if that's what you want to use. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to brown up my ground beef and my onions in a skillet over medium-low heat. Once I get that completely cooked through and the onions are tender, I'm going to go ahead and add in all of my seasonings. My salt and pepper, Worcestershire sauce, steak seasoning, garlic powder, cream cheese, all of that, and then I'm going to mix that all up, and then I'll meet you right back here. Okay, so what I did was I just layered over some butter on the bottoms of the buns here, and then sprinkled over some cheese. Next, I'm going to just add the meat mixture on top, add some more cheese, and then I'm going to add some ketchup and mustard on top, as well as some pickles. Put the top buns on, then I'm going to spread that with some butter over the top, and then sprinkle over some of these sesame seeds. Then I'm going to cover them up and pop these in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes. I'm going to take the foil off and then bake them for another 5 minutes, and then I'll show you what they look like when they get done. Alright, here are the appetizers. I have the stuffed mini peppers here, the bacon and onion pinwheels. I think these are my daughter's favorite. And I have the cheeseburger sliders here. Obviously I couldn't fit all of the sliders on here, but this is what everything looks like. These are absolutely delicious, great for game days, gatherings, picnics, whatever the case may be. These are absolutely delicious. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.